is fistula. Fistula has been there for long. It has been there for long, but it has not been known. But you know, Ministry of Health has targets. And fistula was one of the targets in the Ministry of Health. It found out that mothers are suffering from about this thing, fistula, this disease, this ailment. But people had not known about it. They thought it is witchcraft, it is what. So Ministry of Health came in. And in 2006, we had a percentage, an incidence of 2.6%. That means the patients were over 200,000 patients by then suffering from this disease. This is a disease where you have a hole in the bladder and then you leak urine. A person who is supposed to feel that I want to pass urine, the urine just flows out. So that 2006, there were 200,000, which was a big number, women moving around with fistulas. Then in 2011, because of the work done by Ministry of Health, the training of doctors, the training of gynecologists, the interest of gynecologists in helping patients, it went down to 2%. And that means the patients around who are moving around with this disease went down to 140,000. By this time, I'm happy to inform you that it has now gone even further down because more doctors are trained, more patients have been sensitized to come to be treated, and camps are increased. And so the number went down, the percentage has gone down to 1%. And the patients now moving with fistula, who have fistula currently, they are around 75,000, which means that there is much work which has been done by the Ministry of Health and the team at large. Fistula is an ailment which comes especially with patients who are poor, patients who are not educated, the ones in primary, the young girls, 16 years, and it is usually a case which comes in due to prolonged labor, and that is the main issue. Prolonged labor, obstructed labor is the cause of fistula. So when a mother stays in labor over 24 hours, what happens? The head of the fetus is in the uterus, and in front of the fetus we have the bladder. So the head presses onto the bladder, onto the bones in the pelvis behind, and onto the bones of the pelvis ahead, in front. So we have the symphysis, we have at the back we have the bone, the pelvic bone, then we have the rectum at the back, we have the bladder in front of the uterus. So as this fetus is pressing to move out, forcing itself out where it can't fit, that pressure reduces the blood supply to these tissues. And then these tissues become rotten, necrotic, and then afterwards they rot away, and then the hole develops. So the hole can develop on the bladder, the hole can develop on the rectum. Then there are other issues like a mother